2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's like a 7 to get the other one going.
Hello. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I didn't have it on a loop. I just had it playing once for the moment. So, because I hadn't intended to sit on there very long. But today I'm just going through and sorting out different things. Well, someone can hear me at least. is the person who's streaming in the
Stable
room right
users.
now?
70% through that one.
I'm working on the cutoffs for that as well, so I might actually switch that over. Normally on Discord and stuff, it
I had it out the other
cuts off a
side. I
lot of
could do
that,
that.
so it's all good. But on here, I might have to adjust the thresholds, because otherwise it's going to pick up everything in the room. And I was thinking of switching to a throat mic or something similar, because that will be more intimate first of all. Get those ASMR voices, and also it won't pick up anyone that's around me at all.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 million iron there.
Yeah, right. Just let me know. Obviously, I'm still going through different bits and pieces, so if you see anything weird or hear anything
Got
weird,
1 week of the
let me know, and I will
materials
adjust
left.
it accordingly, or go review it in the VOD. So, got a couple little buttons I've been playing
15,
around
that's
with
12,
already,
that's 9.
which is like the viewer count pop, which obviously like no one really cares what the viewer count things are normally, but where is it?
4 weeks
Got
left of
some
materials.
buttons. There it is.
2 weeks left of materials.
Let's trigger. Yeah, so that pops up.
13
I'm
per
gonna
week.
have probably a couple of audio levels on the left as well. Ah, okay. Okay, let me check. There's
So I don't know what materials specifically are. Three, four, five, six, 7.
Desktop audio is completely disabled. It's only media and mic that I have, and well, game. But Edge is supposed to be the auxiliary one, which is not feeding to stream at all. That's right. I'll turn off aux at the moment. I'll unmute again. Just tell me if it comes back. It's still okay. Yeah, no, I hear it. It's still coming through. Let's see. We got mic now. Nothing else there, right? I think. Yeah, cool. Thank you for that, though. So, could include OBS in this view, which will be OBS inside of OBS, but that'll be fun for everyone, I'm sure. Let's go window capture. Yeah, no, I paused the music separately. So I will put that back on. Yes, capture. I can do this one here. No. There's Sag. And there's you guys. The fun part about these is you can edit your transform size here. And you can drag this out to however large you want. And then scale to inner bounds. Which means that whatever you put in here, no matter if your game or your window is a weird size, it will always just scale to in the region of the capture box. Which you'll see in a second if I switch that to... Let's just put the VTube Studio window in there for the moment. Which is transparent. Let's find something useful. Oh, just in the box I was creating itself. I'm about to start showing all of that. OBS window from screen capture. Just trying to find it in the list here. I will just do a full screen capture for now. Let's just do a desktop capture. Okay. Display capture. Let's do this one. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. So normally you'd see that your window sort of, obviously this is the size of my window currently. I can't resize it out to here without it obviously overlapping everything else. But in OBS here, you can go to transform, and then you can set where the positional alignment is or where the bounding box sets to. So for here, I'm going to leave it on top left because I want everything to start up there. You could go like top center as well. And then if I place this here and I set scale to inner bounds, it's going to resize for a moment. Move it back up. And I can set the maximum space the window can take up. So you'll notice that because it's not at the full size, there's spots on either side. If I were to switch to, let's just switch to a different monitor. Just pull up something meaningful on the other monitor. Okay, gonna switch this over to this one. So you can see once again that the bounding box, even though the bounding box is on the outsides of here, it just moves it to the middle. If I picked position alignment top left, you see it does kind of jiggle the window around when you change that. But there is a way as well to... Oh, sorry, alignment inside a bounding box. That's what I meant. Top center, so I can pick top left. So you can see now this is showing up with the excess space to the left rather than on either side. I generally want to go top center for this because I don't want it to overlap much of my display. And if I switch back to the Asus, you'll see I'm just going to drag the display capture down below my little dude here. That's me, by the way. It's tracking me, and if I give it the finger, you can see it does this. That's when you guys are bad. Yeah, so I'll probably switch between them depending on what I'm trying to show. I think I could do like a partial screen capture as well, which would probably be easier. So I'm going to have a few of these so I can switch between them when I'm showing people different things. Because like, for example, I can show this other window and put it over top. Do the same thing where I will set the transform for it. Alignment, top center, scale to inner bounds. So same settings for this one. Oh yeah, 100%. I have I actually spent a couple of days writing down all the bits and pieces, like all the ideas that I have. Some cool stuff I was thinking of with the control panel style setup that I'm going for here is there's no reason that things can't just simply fall off. Like too many people come in at once, chat goes too fast, especially if I have like the chat or something showing down here. Let's go back to display capture. If I have the chat or something down here scrolling up and it's going too much, it can like break out of the window and extend up further or things like that. There's a lot of little cool ones that on their own I can then say, hey, this is how you generate this sort of thing. This is how you do something fun, make something pop in and out. You can even switch to studio mode here so you can actually see the live one, as well as I can jump into a testing window and then make changes to that one. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you need to change something in stream but you don't want to just immediately change over to another scene, you can switch into studio mode. So here, this is the preview of what I'm going to change into, but I can add anything custom to that while I'm working on it. You'll see this testing one, for example. I'll jump here for a second. Let's call this test text. So I could make all those changes, get all that ready without actually changing what I'm sending out to everyone. So yeah, if you want to change, you can double click on this. You can hit your transition as well. Choose how you want to do that. Otherwise, just turn studio mode back off and it goes back to the original window. Right. Yeah, so you'll see here, this is just a personal preference. I like operating, oops, I'll come back. I didn't mean to click on that. I like operating in the grid view rather than the list. That's just me. When it's in grid view, it tends to sort alphabetically, whereas in the list view, I think it's in the... I think you can, yeah, you can drag them around in here. So, gotta be careful about clicking on those or make it a double click. Oh yeah, you can drag them around in here now. It didn't used to be like that. Used to be they just ordered themselves. But for me, I'm just using the S for, this is a stream label, whereas the special ones, just switch to studio mode here for a moment. So the special ones have overlays and other things on them. So I've got a screen only view here, which I can use as a webcam export. So if I use the virtual camera in OBS, I've got the special one here, which has a bunch of different filters and things on it. You'll see, can I resize this? Let's just close off stats for a moment. Pop out chat and stream info so you get a bit bigger view. So you see over here, I have a couple of filters. So the one that I was showing you earlier where the viewers pop up, if I fire off this is exactly how I'm making that appear on screen. So the viewer banner is always available there. It's just that I'm using two filters to show and hide it. So these are a move action filter. So you add a move action filter, you set the item that you want to attach to it. Sorry, not move action, move source. My bad. Move source. So you pick what you want to move around here. So let's say this text that says "fix me" up here. How long you want it to spend moving? Let's say 3 seconds. And then you start with the position that it's in. If you wanted to move this all the way over here and then get transform, that's the movement for it. And then at the end, you can say, where is it? Next move, reverse. So if I fire off this move source, it's going to, I'll pull it back over here for starters. So it's going to shift it all the way over and it's going to reverse that. And the way that it does it, there's a whole bunch of controls here, like how long to leave after the end, especially if you've got multiple of these. I might want to do something like, I'm just going to rename this for a second. Fix me text position 1. Actually, that's technically position 2, so I'll do that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Add another move source in here. Fix me test position 3. And if I were to then drag this down over here, and this time I'm going to use a different moving function. I'm going to still make it 3 seconds and just make sure the source is still the same. Yeah, so all of these filters, these only show as enabled when they're actually taking effect. There's a few ways to do that sort of thing. So you can, there's plugins within OBS that allow you to do actions upon a scene loading. So for example, one of the things I'm going to work on is when I switch from starting to this streaming view, I want all these panels to load in. And there are some 3D effects that you can use where they like roll in like a box being moved rather than just sliding up or in from out of the side. So you can see I'm going to get transform for this again, and I've used bounce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more of these and just finish what I was talking about here because I get very easily distracted. So with this one, I'm going to move it all the way back up where it was originally. Get transform. I'm going to do circular move, and you can actually set this super, super low so that it almost just instantly appears there with no easing of any kind. I can't half watch. Oh yeah. Well, if you wanna work it out later on, you can just go back and watch it again, or I'll make a short or a YouTube video or something out of it so that it makes sense and you can go over it all there. So what I was going to do here, actually, I'll rename this to 1. Technically number 1. So what you do, you come into the original movement and you go down the bottom here and it has next move. So I can then do move 3, and on move 3 I can do the same thing. I can make it invisible at the end, hide at the end of movement, and I can put a end delay of, let's say, 2 seconds. Yeah, let's do an end delay of 2 seconds. Let's just start delay of 1 second. And next move is going to be position 1. So technically now, if we're in the starting position, if I fire off position 2, we should see it move across, and then it'll fire off item 3, which will bounce it down. And then after a second, it'll disappear and it should return it back to position 1. But I didn't finish setting up position 1 yet. So let me do that, move it back up here, get transform. So that's like the returning position to go back to there. Oh, and I forgot to show it again, didn't I? Let's go visibility, show at end of movement. Okay, so if I fire off this again, start delay, there's also transform relative, which is like in relation to the previous position. So no easing. Oh, let's go ease in. That's fine. And let's just show this for a moment. Okay, so if we try this again, you'll see it go there. It's using the bounce move from this other one. And then it's disappearing at the end, but it's not. Let's see. Next move, pick me test pause 1. Next move on move end. So what are we missing here? Oh, we're not moving the right source, so that's why. Shift it back up there, get transform. There we go. Okay. So now essentially what you can do, I will switch to streaming view again for a second. What we're actually on. I'm going to turn off the display capture and I'm going to switch to Streamer.bot. Okay, so here's Streamer.bot. Here is the items I've added in so far. So I can add, I've got a couple of test items here. You'll be able to see all of these at the moment. This is a way to add commands that you can access via chat. So turn off studio mode for a second. There you go. So now I'm looking at the same thing that you are. Okay, so let's add a command here. In fact, let's actually use, no, I will add a new one. So let's go fix me. And I can add a command for this. I can add fix me, or I can add fix. At the moment, I think everyone will be allowed because it's just all. So I've added a command here. I come to actions now. I like to sort all my actions here. So there's event-based, stream actions, time-based. So this is technically going to be a stream action. Let's just go fix me. Now there's no trigger on this and there's no action. First thing I'm going to do though is add the action, which I've already linked up OBS. You can see here I've got OBS and Twitch connected to Streamer.bot. It tells you what's currently running. I can do a bit more on that later on. But for now, all you need to know is that this can talk to OBS and can see and interact with anything in OBS. So if I go to scenes, set scene filter state, and I go to my special scene I was just looking at before, and I go fix me test pos 2, I can set that to visible, which was the same as when I was clicking on it in OBS before. If I'm not sure that I'm on the right one, I can click test. And you can see in the background that fix me is moving around. And then it's going to disappear and reappear up the top. So we know the action is working in OBS, we just need to trigger it. So that's the action that Streamer.bot will take, which is enabling the OBS filter. And the trigger for it is going to be a command. So if it was a Twitch thing, you can do channel rewards, you can do followers, you can do even people putting emotes and stuff in chat. So community goals being met. Obviously, there's a lot of things like a follower, a sub, a cheer, things like that that you might want to create an interaction based on. For here, for the moment, I'm just going to do it off this command triggered. And you can see all of the commands that I've created so far. So if I do that, if you would like to do the honors and send an exclamation mark fix in chat, or fix me, both of those should trigger the same alert. So and there you go. It started moving it around. And it does the whole animation / rotation. If I wanted to restrict that, I can make it, let me just see, if I make it VIPs only, rant type, allow all or only these. Just try that again now. Because it should now be locked down to only VIPs. Yeah, there we go. So I can give people specific commands. Alternatively, if I use this viewers command that I've already got set up, just try issuing the viewers command and you'll see that little viewers panel pop up. There you go. So with regards to the viewers one, so that's just a similar action where it's popping something up and then hiding it, like sliding it back down again. But you can do actions and things based on follows and other stuff. Oh, Wisebot must have its own viewers command. I have it up here, so I will find that one. What do we got? Commands. I've got Wisebot and I've got Seri in there to look after any shenanigans that might happen. You'll see, so something else that you can do here in Streamer.bot, if you're creating something like this, but you're not live currently, you just want to simulate something, you can see here I've got a new follower action, and the source is Twitch channel. So you can see Twitch channel follow, a new follower, and what we do is there's an action here, add target info from whoever redeemed. Basically, whoever triggered this event, grab info about them. Now, what I'm doing in here is I'm putting that user's name in the follow text. So I can test this, I can simulate an event. Let's go Eagly, select, okay. There you go, you can see new follow. and I could add a sound or something to that. I could add an animation or something. At the moment, I'm just using a glow behind this, and I'm updating the text accordingly. So this is similar to how things like Stream Elements work. If you want to integrate that overlay, it's just a web browser overlay, and you can then make all your changes on there. Let's see, I will shift my OBS window down for a second. And I'm going to just show you my Stream Elements, which I'm not actually using for this setup, but it's good to understand how to do that. So let's turn off that one. And let's turn on this one. Okay, I've got there we go. Oh yeah, this is not even half of it. So anyway, so you go to, I'm logged into my account here. Let's go into the dashboard. Stream Elements is a really good one for people who are just getting started, because you don't need a program, you don't need anything else. You can do all of your overlays and other stuff just inline. So a lot of people take tips through Stream Elements as well. Just be aware that if you do that, they only support a PayPal account at the moment. And unless you have a proper business account, then your PayPal email address and name will be exposed to anyone who gives you a donation there. So that's a trap I've seen a few people do now, where the first donation they get, they're like, oh, this is weird. Someone's just got my full name and my email and all this other stuff. Which, if you're trying to avoid that, obviously be aware. No, remind me later. Okay, so let's have a look here. So Stream Elements does have a number of individual elements that you can add, and add as like browser sources. So for example, a lot of people use these like follow boxes and things. So, hey, I want someone to, I want to show when someone's followed, I want to show when someone's tipped or cheered or whatever. If you click use element on just a basic version of these, it just gives you a URL that you can copy. And you would then add that into your OBS as a new browser source. If you don't want to do those individually, if you want to be able to modify them and customize them yourself, if you go back to, jump back to here, streaming tools, overlays. So here is, in my opinion, a much better option, is a Stream Elements overlay. You pick your stream resolution, which is what you've got your scene set up for in OBS. And now, let's just call this, that's fine. I've used this one already. So let's call this test overlay. Yeah, so it's very easy for you to add your alerts and things here. And you can emulate things here as well. So right at the moment, obviously there's nothing showing up. If I emulate a follower event, if I emulate a gift or a tip, you can mess around with those and actually see how it looks. If you have this ticked, it's going to show up in your OBS as well. Whereas if you turn off the preview, then it's just going to show up here. A great example of using this in the wild is, like, I use this for Crafty Stream because I can modify elements of this while she's streaming, move things around, add images and things like that. And it only applies when I then go and hit save over here. So to get your overlay URL, you just copy that out of there. But it's very easy to for someone who doesn't have all the other stuff going on, doesn't have Streamer.bot, doesn't understand that, if you're just starting out and you've got OBS up there, you can add stream elements over top and have it handle 90% of the things. You can also do that through Twitch. Twitch has alerts that you can add and integrate and things as well. Each of them have their pros and cons. The Twitch ones I find are a little bit more limited in what you can do, but Twitch ones work really well with their channel redeems. So if you've got a standard channel redeem, or if you want a certain, like a cheer of a certain size to play a sound or something, you can do that all through Twitch without ever having to involve any third party like Stream Elements or Streamer.bot or anything like that. It makes it really simple. The downsides of this is obviously you can't do super fancy animations and things. You can upload GIFs, obviously, you can upload movies and things like that. But that's about the limit of what you can do here. They do have some other fun stuff which people use, like the Hype Cup. So if I don't see many streams with this nowadays. It was a big thing for a little while where everyone would have the little Hype Cup where every time you got a follow or something, and let's just simulate some, well, let's simulate a raid here. Let's simulate a cheer, a gift. The Hype Cup is all those little things that get dropped into the cup or the sack or whatever. Something else to touch on, you'll notice that even though I clicked on all of those, they're only happening one at a time. So Stream Elements obviously has a queue there. Everything, even if you get 20 follows, you're going to have them one after the next, after the next, after the next. So if you're a bigger streamer, you may not want to have every follow generating something on screen or playing a long sound or something. So yeah, you can customize this. If we have a look, change cup, there's a bunch of built-in ones that you can have. So if we do this one, there's a bunch of like themed ones as well. So there you go. This one has custom bit designs. So let's go, hey, it's spooky season. We want to show everyone that we've updated the stream for this. No, just wait for a couple of those to start rolling in. Yes, there you go. Rather than the bit emotes, we've got spiders and candy presumably falling in here. I think the Christmas tree, they just fall under the tree. The little Plinko cup, they actually bounce off the elements there. So, there is a website, and I'll find it in a second. This essentially has a wireframe showing where things can bounce around. So you notice something fell in there and a couple of items got knocked out. There is a website you can go to make that wireframe item. Just pull this up here. Oh yeah, like some of them are really cool, like the little Plinko cup thing here. I think that's what it's called, right? The Plinko board game thingy. Like you drop the coins or whatever, you drop the balls down the things and it bounces back and forwards. So yeah, it's just a fun little interaction that you can do there. Stream Elements also has another one that you'll see on a lot of people's streams, which is the Stream Tools, obviously Stream Chat. So that's a really handy one. If we add this in here, if you send another message, it's going to show up straight away. You can set, if messages delay after a while, you can set the background of the chat and other things. The one I was going to show though is Capagen, which is any emotes that people send through on stream show up as like an overlay. So if I come to my chat, where did I leave it? Where's the chat? Okay. I send a couple of emotes. Let's grab some from Dead and Bria and Wasted. It's going to send through a bunch of these. And you see they all like appear on screen. So that's something you'll see a lot of people using. It's just, there's the chat down the bottom corner there. There's the emote overlay. Yeah, so Crafty has a version of this on her stream. So you can also have what they call emote explosions. So when something happens, let's emulate a follow event. And you see all of these emotes explode up. So you can pick how many you want to show there. If it's just your ones, if it's like the actual pattern that it does as well. So if obviously I don't have any emotes yet, so I can't pick my channel emotes, but you can pick specific ones. So if you wanted to say, let's just do the troll face one. PNG or JPEG would be good. Thank you, Crafty. Yeah, I'll have to add my own thumb to my emotes too. So, hi, by the way, Lost. I saw you. I said hi earlier when I accidentally started streaming, and then I wasn't supposed to be live. I was actually trying to record and just play back to make sure my audio was fine. That's all right. I will show you guys something, and this was the plan for the stream today. Let's turn off this display capture. And what I am planning on working on, or what I want to do, maybe over a few sessions, because this is my first, obviously, I don't have a lot of stuff ready. I'm doing a lot of stuff as we talk, and just improving it as I go along. But that's kind of what I want this to be. I want it to be somewhere that people can come in, ask questions about the stream parts, make suggestions as to what they want to see, and I can make those things. I can show you how to do it. So a lot of people have asked about Crafty's like ticket emote before, how that works, and how do you do something like that that is customized to your stream. So what I'm going to do here is just a quick example. So Tigly, you saw before. Yeah, you will see in a bit. You saw before when I simulated you following, it actually showed your name and everything down here and did the flashing. So what you can also do with that though is I'm going to switch to studio mode at the moment, so you won't see this. I'm going to go to the special stream, and for the follow section, I'm going to add a new browser source, which will appear when I add it. And I'm going to call this follow profile pic. So at the moment, we've just got an OBS window there. Let's make it 300 by 300. And I'm going to pull it down here. I'm going to resize it. Now at the moment, that's just the default OBS item. I'm going to drag it down into the follow group that I have. And actually, let me switch back. Go to streaming, and let's just share my display again, and I'll pull OBS up. Okay, go into studio mode so we can see the special one. I wonder if I can turn off this view. It'd be good to be able to show you this without actually having the preview. So if I turn off the preview and then I go to studio mode, no, it always turns it back on. Oh well, we learned something today. Thank you, Crafty. I will check that out in a moment. So, anyway, what I was getting to is... So we've got the Streamer.bot item for when a new follower comes in. We've got the target info from this person, but there is another feature of Streamer.bot that you can use. And that is... Here you go. I'm going to pull up the Streamer.bot documentation so you can all see it here with me. So for a follow, here is all the variables that you receive from Twitch. So you can see the badges for the person, you can see if they're a subscriber or a VIP, month subscribed, etc. Anytime someone follows, this is all the information that's included. For an individual user, if I go to... Is that wigging out? Twitch user, general... You should also be able to see there's a variable somewhere here where you get the user ID, user ID, user name, and where is it? Pull this back over for a second. Just give me a moment. I'm just finding the detail that I need because it's saved on Crafty's one. There's a variable that you can use to then pull in the person's profile. So last year, picture. Twitch dropped... and it is...
First. So open up Streamer.bot. My group is not here. So users. So now it's going to change the URL. Ticket share. This is the whole ticket equal browser source URL. Or which source? User profile pic. URL.
Oh wait, I remember now. I'm an idiot. I'm just going to turn this back on and I'm going to pull up Streamer.bot again. And the guy is talking at you? Huh? Is my... Oh, okay. What I'm going to do is... Where is it? Add item, OBS, sources, set browser source URL. So if I come to special, follow profile pic, yeah, here you go. It's actually right in here. I was like, it's somewhere really easy to find. So user, profile, image, URL. So what I can do now is when I simulate a follow, and let's do Crafty this time. Is she following me? Yeah, she is. That's nice of her. I'll just make sure that I have... Did I leave that item up? Oh, I've got the display capture over top of it. I will move it down to the bottom. There we go. Switch back out of studio mode. So you can see the icon down there. What should happen is when someone follows, Let's go Bryn. And this is simulating a follow from Bryn. What should happen is his name appears, and it also updates this image. So for the ticket redeem that I did for Crafty, essentially what's happening is all of that's being updated, and then the ticket is all grouped up, and the whole thing is moving together with the profile picture. So same thing, I think you'll see when someone does a lurk. In fact, let's actually add that to this one now. It'll be a fun one to add. When someone does a lurk, which is going to be allowed for everyone, let's put a 60-second cooldown on it for an individual user so someone can't just spam it. What we can do over here is take the browser source that we just created. I'm going to duplicate that one. Where is it? Follow profile pic. Let's copy this, and I'm going to paste another one. Ooh, I don't actually want a reference, I want an original one. Let's do this again. Browser source, let's call this lurk picture, lurk profile pic. Same thing, gonna make it 300 by 300. I'm gonna leave it on the OBS one at the moment, and I'm gonna place it slightly off screen. I'm gonna add a filter, and we're gonna go move source, lurk. This one's only gonna pop out and move back in. Yeah, so you can do a glow effect and other things as well. So as part of that one that pops up, I can do a glow around it. You can do an internal glow, or you can do an external, so it goes outside the bounds of the image. But for this one, let's go, that's its current position. Undo that. Profile pic. Make sure I've got the right one selected. And then I go move. Oh, actually I want to resize that. Get transform. I'm going to make it take 1.5 seconds to slide out. I'm going to make it wait for a second, and then it should slide back in. And next move is reverse. Look, it's only 10 o'clock. So if I slide this back here now, oops. So now it's technically off screen. You should see it reverses. What do I want to do? I notice it's moving down slightly. Oh yeah, left to our own devices, we're terrible at this. Like, I think I actually might have went to bed earlier than you last night, so which is definitely a change. Still moving down. You can see in the little pixel count, it's moving down to 35. So I'm just going to change that up to 32 instead. Still moving down a little bit. I think it must be originally at 30. There's probably a way to see exactly where something is on like a toolbar or whatever, but I have not found that yet. So do 30. Okay, so what we can do here is we will add to the lurk command. Let's do event-based. So I'm going to add a new action. I'm going to add lurk as an action. It's event-based. No, sorry, it's not. It's a stream action. So I'll add here the lurk command as a trigger. And in OBS, I'm going to go scenes, set scene filter state, special lurk pos1 visible. Now I can, while I'm here, I can test this. So there you go, pops in, waits for a second, slides back out. Now, this is going to stay here. If I rename this item in OBS, so long as I don't delete it, the name in here will change because it's actually attached to it via an internal ID. I can rename it, play around with it, so long as I don't delete or move it to a different scene, because that's what it's looking at, the scene and the filter. I can simulate the lurk command from here as well. But what I can also do is, let's add another Twitch command, and let's go send message to channel. You can have multiple accounts set up with Streamer.bot. You can have the broadcaster, which is me, the streamer, or you can have the bot send the message. So I can say, hey, user, thanks for the lurk. I do need to add in, before I do that though, a command that says user get user info for target. And that is the person who redeemed this. So now, if you send a lurk, exclamation mark lurk through, it should trigger that. It should send a little message, hey, thanks for the lurk. And while you're doing that, I'm going to add a command to set that browser source as well. So if I go OBS sources, set browser source URL, special lurk profile pic, and you see it's going to be the same one. Target user profile image URL. I'll put those all above, so this will be the last thing that happens. Over here as well, I can add a fancy filter to this. Let's say we want to add an advanced mask. I'm going to call this a heart mask. You'll see here, there's a bunch of different shapes that you can do. If I set the size of it, I can set the alignment, so I sort of shift you up a little bit. Or I can actually shift the item itself. Right, let's leave it there for a moment and just see what that looks like if I send through a lurk. And there you go. So it updated it, put my profile picture in there, and sent out the command. Another cool thing that I've seen before, which you might want to look at, and any of the items in here, if you don't want them to run, you can just disable that state. Right. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to add a Twitch whisper. Now, what was I doing? Chat, send message. There should be a. Where is it? Send announcement, send message. There is a command somewhere under here where you can whisper to a user. Let's do this. Pull this over. Streamer.bot, Twitch, whisper. Ooh, what is going on with my graphics? Whisper. It's possible to send whisper message. Whisper. Right, sending whisper. Yeah, so there is. There's a chat whisper option. It's inbound or outbound. So this is also how a lot of people do, like, hey, I want my lights to turn on, or hey, I want a flashbang to go off in my room, or lasers to fire, etc. because you can, using this, you can connect it up to so many other services, and even if it's not something that has a StreamerBot integration, there are a whole bunch of custom integrations as well. So technically, like, I could send a command to an LED string in the house and turn it on, or I could I could send an email using this. Like, there's a whole bunch of options in here. So you can see this is how you can send ads and stuff as well. I'll have to find the whisper option. No, that's right. We're doing a whole bunch of it. Also, hi Bryn. There's a lot of faffing about here as well, so it's I'll cut some of it down, or I'll try and make some shorts out of it. Because I say a lot as well. Just need there we go. There's voice control in here as well. This is another cool feature of this. You can add stuff in here to say command testing. So look for the exact command, and as a result of that, do something. So same thing again. If I go add voice activated test, I go trigger core commands, command triggered. The voice command, voice control command. There we go. Test. Twitch. Chat. Send message to channel. This was a successful test. Thanks for coming. So now if I come over here to my voice control, I can start listening, and I can look at the log here. I should probably check that it's listening to the right input as well. Let's do that one, refresh. Okay, so if I say testing, I might need to say it on its own. Testing, testing, testing. There we go. So that command got triggered and it posted into the chat. I mean, Australian accents are probably not the best thing to test this with, because it's a bit all over the place. It's definitely not as good as the one that that Crafty is using for the dictation, but that also requires a pretty sizable database and good graphics card to process. Oh yeah, it has no idea what's going on right now. I hope this is showing up big enough that you can actually read it. But it says, the meanest ran a sense of broccoli, know the best thing to test this with, the close. Its load is a bill, applies to deadly. Anyway, you get the idea. Teagley, you take pics of camera? Yeah, that's okay. It's very small. I should switch to just capturing the StreamerBot app to show that. There we go. Let's turn off display capture. Voice control. Yeah, here you go. So when I have this turned on, this is supposed to be reading what I'm saying and working out if it's a command. Each time I stop talking, it'll then treat that as like, hey, this is the end of a sentence, and it should put it on a new line. You can log all this as well. You can tell it if it's supposed to be this exact command, or if it's supposed to be this word at the start of a sentence, or if you can just see it anywhere. So as an example for anywhere, if I were to say the sentence, this is part of my testing, that's obviously at the end, and it should trigger the same command. It did say anywhere. But it also has a like a threshold at which it'll say, hey, this might not be correct. And like you can see the certainty of this is only 38%. Whereas if I just say leave a break, testing. There we go. We have an 82% chance there. I don't know if there is a delay in these, but you can see all the action history as well. So voice activated test. Which that's a cool one. A lot of people will use something like Eclipse GG, which is a system that's designed to take clips and things for you. It's supposed to go over your video after the fact and pick up important moments. But a cool thing is you could have a voice interaction where whenever you say clip it or, oh, I should clip that, it'll automatically go back and take a 60-second snippet of the, like, what just happened. So just cool stuff to oh, sorry, I just saw Crafty's message. Still needs to sell a camera to buy a PC. Also, the feedback's fine. Like, it's this whole thing is going to be, hey, there's going to be a bunch of weird stuff going on. I'm showing you things that normally OBS and other things are set to not show. So, yeah, you're welcome to make any commentary on it, to tell me if something's not clear or you're not hearing things. Yeah. So I've used Eclipse as well. It's eclipse.gg, I think it is. It's good for putting text and stuff on them as well, and sort of trying to create, I guess they're trying to get it so that, oh, you can put memes and sounds and stuff as part of a standard video. There you go. Crafty just popped out the side there. Thanks for the lurk, Crafty. So yeah, where was I at? I've been talking through like 20 different things tonight. I think I might have a little break from the tutorial thing. I'm going to have a little break from the tutorial thing and switch over to a game. I'm not sure what I'm going to play yet. I will pull something up and have a think about it. Oh, okay. Well, I will pull up what Crafty has made. Oh my goodness, there's a Crafty here. Hey, give me a second. Just need to make sure I'm not showing that. Okay, you're just going back to the main screen there. It's in your Google Drive, yeah? Where under? Yep. Marketing materials? No, you put it in here. Okay, I'm going to put it in marketing. Okay. So I'm going to download some images quickly. Well, what? Well, what? Let's take that one. And let's take that one. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, being able to clip stuff with that would be very handy, because a lot of times early on in people's streams as well, like there's not a lot of people around to clip things, or maybe you're playing with the people that would otherwise clip it for you. So we're still showing. Turn off studio mode for a second. I wanted to add. I'm going to switch us over to. Yeah, no, I can do studio mode. Let's go. Display capture again. Actually need to add all these in separately. because I don't want to show you my desktop and where I store all my files. So give me a second. I should call it this. I'm 100% going to dox myself at some point, but that's all right. It's probably what part of this is all about. And I mean, Bryn does it enough for both of us, so. Okay, so you should have seen something appear on the screen. I'm going to add a couple more. Let's do this one. Add this item as well, and let's add a third one. This is what Crafty's been working on for me tonight. Well, I did tell her I just wanted something very basic and that she could do it after she was finished doing her emotes and things. But I think she ended up spending way too many hours on it because that's just how the girl works. No, I could get on board with that, Buck, if you're around. Anyway, so this will probably be the thing for my next stream. I'm going to do something similar to what we've been talking about today, where instead of just something popping in, I'm going to use this graphic to pop down. And when someone, well, in my case, it'll just be when someone follows, but in Crafty's case, it'll be when someone subscribes. We can do a little pop out, and then over a second, it shows the profile picture for that person. So, I like the quotes around work. So, I will need to cut this into two though, because I'm going to have this feeding out, and I'll need a lower section that it overlays. So, that's all right. I can do that off stream. So, for now, I will leave those there because this is going to be what I'm working on next time. I'm going to take a quick break, which I have a just chatting here I'm going to flip to. And I'm going to put a little be right back on here. Just confirming you guys can still hear me at the moment, right? I'm pretty sure I've got... Oh no, I'm in studio mode. I haven't actually flipped over. That's why. Let's copy those. This is the thing. So I haven't flipped over to my just chatting window yet. But before I even do that, I'm actually editing the scene. So I'm pasting a duplicate set of audio sources. I'm going to rename those because I've got them all in a group. It's going to be chatting audio. And then I'm going to flip. There we go. Now we're on the just chatting screen. And I'm going to put a little be right back here that I can use when I need to mute or go away for a moment. So. I appreciate that, Crafty. I was just originally gonna like draw one out on a piece of paper and like copy it in or like draw it out in MS Paint because the test version doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be functional to show people what the idea is. So Buck, we were going through a few things before. I will try and clip. Oh, fuck! I should have been clipping these things as I was doing them, but that's all right. The VOD will be there. I'm going to try and take some stuff from it and do either like a TikTok or a YouTube video explaining it. But essentially, all I'm using at the moment is the built-in OBS functions. So Sorry, just switching back to streaming for a second. I was showing the guys before the lurk command that I have here. All good. Let's go studio mode. Let's display capture again. I keep distracting myself here, but anyway. I go to the special one. You can see here I've got filters. So I've got a couple of effect filters that are using the move source command. And doing that, you can then chain those events. So for example, I'm going to fix the overall. I'll send Teagley all my graphics just to fix them up because I just cut everything out in paint.net and I'm terrible at it. Anyway, what I was going to show is that when you trigger one of these, which, can you see this at the moment? Just making sure. Yeah, you're seeing the whole display, right? Cool. When I trigger one of these, it then flips between them. So it's running one, and then there's a command down at the bottom saying next move is position 2. So you've got all of these things in here. The fix me one that I was looking at, we were doing earlier, there's a command at the moment in Streamer.bot. If I do this, so now everyone can use this, type in either fix or fix me at the moment, and you'll get to see what happens to this little guy here. Or exclamation mark fix or fix me, sorry. There you go. So see that is moving around. It'll pop down the bottom here in a second. And then it moves back up there. So that is just a combination of move source items. Right. Anyway, so I'll do a little tutorial on that, but for now, I'm gonna just swap over to just chatting. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I'm gonna come back with a game. If you are, if you're working, maybe I won't do a Space Marines. I won't burn myself out on it yet, and wait to play some with yourself and Bryn. Okay, we've got audio here. I'm gonna turn off. I don't want the game to come through. I still want Discord to come through. I still want the music to come through. But I'm going to put myself a little BRB message, and then I'll mute up. I like to label all these with the type of item it is as well, because when I'm working over in Streamer.bot, it doesn't tell me the type of element. So if I put text-BRB, I know that, hey, this is a text field I'm working with. I have some cool fonts here as well. What was the one? Remember, dot matrix. That's the one I was looking for. Let's put this here. And let's chuck a background on it. And because we're working with terminals here, let's make it green. And in fact, I could add a little animation or something to this as well and make it jiggle around or move around the screen. In fact, that reminds me, I'm going to put on my to-do list a little DVD logo redeem. So I'll show everyone how to make one of those later on, make it bounce around. Anyway, I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I was distracting me. No, yeah, you were distracting me. I'm going to put this down here. Just moving some stuff around. Yes, I can change the robot's stuff as well. So if I show you that, in fact, let's plop OBS down the bottom for a second. Switch back to streaming view. Yeah, I know. That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna train myself to not pee for an hour and a half at a time. And people could just deal with ads when I get to that point. But right now, actually, you guys aren't going to get any ads. As long as I never claim my affiliate status, nobody gets ads. um, where are we going? I wonder if it's actually going to cap the VTube one, because it's got transparency in it. No, so see, it's actually showing the stuff that's behind it for some reason. Let's see if I do this instead. Turn on my display capture again. There we go. But I've got the bot here now, so you can see how this works. I double click here. I can go into settings. I can go to customize the model, and I can change the colors and things. So you can pick different areas. I can change the eyes and things. So if I do, there's a whole bunch of bits and pieces here. So there's like customizations for all of these. This one's a bit weird because it's like there's multiple layers of colors being applied, and there is a set of meshes that are used for the. This is essentially what they call like a PNG tuber. It's an image that's made up of a bunch of component parts, and those component parts are then moved around on top of each other when different things happen. So, for example, the voice thing you're seeing happening, that's like, I think, 4 or 5 different frames that it uses. Same as the blinking. What else do we have? If I do this, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I'm actually using my hands to make a triangle, and it automatically then detects that interaction. So I don't need to push any button. I do have some that use buttons and things instead. So like I can do this, which is like page up, page down. I've set that to. But if I go to, where is it? You should actually be able to see. Let's go settings. Here you go. So you can actually see what is being tracked on my face and what is being tracked of my hands. So I can use those to set up certain interactions and things. And obviously, if I'm just sitting here with my hand against my face, like that's what it's seeing. As I said, if I flip it off, it shows little X's. If I do it with my other hand, it does something different. If I do this, it shows the love heart, and you can only just see that in the background at the moment, but you get the idea. Right. No worries. Thanks for hanging around and coming to say hi at all, Buck. I very much appreciate that. I will definitely still be available to like answer any of these questions and stuff offline. I just figured this would be a fun way to put something together that other people can use, have like a different topic that I work on each day or a different feature. So if you have some ideas that you would like to implement on your own, like on your own stream, please feel free to send me through some requests, and I will put them in my list to work through. Some of them I'm gonna some of them I'll need custom graphics and things, but I can do basic ones. I can just draw something in Paint, and then get back to you with how it all happened. Alternatively, sometimes you can do those sort of things in Stream Elements in Twitch without having to add all this other stuff. I kind of wish I had my hands on this robot now, because I actually use my hands a lot when I'm talking. But in this view, you can see it. I should just capture this so you get hands as well. Right. For real, for real. I see you're still here. Get out of here. So yeah, that's how you do the face tracking and stuff, which makes it move around. Also, as you noticed, when I walked away from the computer and it stopped tracking me, then it just zoomed the guy out completely. So you can see like tracking settings when lost, go back to default. You can link eye blinking and things. You can, choose how all this works. Some people have those eye trackers as well. So they'll have those ones that actually like can track not only where you're looking at the screen, but precisely where your eyes are pointing. So some people use them for like flight sim games or like racing games. So just looking slightly to the left or the right pans your view around the car. In VTuber world, a lot of people use those to track their eyes and face and stuff. So it gives a better version than this does. I mean, but this is still pretty damn good when you think about it. I've just got a ring light facing towards me, but even when I turn the lights off, it still seems to work quite well. So if I go to here, where was it? I was going to show you guys. Yeah, there's like left and right rotation of face. If I scroll down to breathing, auto breathe. So you can see my little robot guy is kind of like heads moving up and down, bodies moving up and down. If I turn this off, it's just static. Now it's following when I move my head around. But if you turn this on, there's that level of passive interaction. Yeah, of course you're a mod, Crafty. You've gotta pay me back for all the moderation time I've spent kicking hooligans out of your chat. So you can adjust like how intense this is, and obviously that depends on the model you're using. If I go back here, VTube Studio does actually include a bunch of models by default. So this is one that I've paid for, but I could just as easily be this. So you can see I can unlock this and I can move it around and zoom in. So if I wanted to just be a big old cat here, this is what our cat does when anyone has food. So and that's included for free. I think the webcam tracking function is something that's paid, but all of the keybound commands, so the fact that I can like activate stuff just using keys on my keyboard, that's all just with the free version. So I think you can add items and things as well. Where is it? Item settings. So you can actually add like what they call web items and stuff in here as well, which is similar to adding like browser overlays and things from for OBS. All right, let me switch back to my dude. Be a little dog man. Yeah. This is ridiculous, but he's just a little guy. You know, some days, Brendan, when you've just woken up, you haven't had your coffee yet, you don't feel like putting on your face in front of people, you can just be a little dog in some sort of noodle bowl. So Anyway, let's switch back to this one. This by default comes with either a blue or a yellow skin, I think, but you can, as noted, just recolor all these items. It's not amazing in terms of like, obviously I don't have the arms or anything set up, which would be good because when I wave my hands around, then the robot would do that, but this works for what I need for now. So I'll shrink that back down and I'll zoom the little guy in so he's back on the screen and drag him away. What meme? I don't know what meme you're talking about, Crafty. Okay. I'm going to turn off these camera pictures for a moment. And then we are going to find a game to play. What should I Steam? There's a website literally called What Should I Steam? And it will pick a game from your library if you are like me and can't pick one yourself. Oh, and the website's down. That's fine. I guess I'm picking something myself then. I should probably hide that like random picture of Bryn that's showing up there. Pick text fix me. It's just all the bits and pieces I've added today scattered around the place. It's the follow profile picture. I'll just hide that for the moment. Okay. Crafty, I very specifically not shared my not allowed my Discord to show up anything, but let's see if I can put it into this one. Here we go. I'll share you Crafty's memes. I'm just a gateway. I also have a capture for the Brave browser, but let's just do this one. You're going to clip it as well, Crafty? I hope you clipped so many things. I'll definitely be adding that clip of voice command because it is actually written how Crafty talks. Maybe this is Crafty. Her name is Realistic Ally. Okay, what are we looking for? Library. Games ready to play. Let's see. Done a bit of everything recently. I will give... I'll give Noita a try because I don't think many people here have seen that. I'm just going to update my stream info. I can hear my own stream playing from the bathroom, which is rather unsettling. Okay, I've updated the stream information. I'm going to have to find a way to keep stream information around without having it in the OBS window like I do normally, because obviously I'm wanting to show the OBS like screen a lot, and that's valuable screen real estate. Right. Stream chat, let's leave stream info there. Okay, that should have updated, and I will fire up the game and see if everything works. I have 4 monitors at the moment. So, left-hand side, vertically aligned monitor, Discord, and the Twitch Stream Manager. Right-hand side monitor, vertically aligned, I have another Twitch stream and then chat. Middle is obviously my big screen, which is games and everything. Turn on game cap. Oh, I just need to click on here. And actually, I want to change that to centered as well. So let's do that. And then below, I have the OBS window so I can mess around with everything there. Let's go center, scale to inner bounds, positional alignment, center. Gonna have to move this again, but that's just how it be. Oh, I didn't want to scale. I wanted to stretch. Whoops. Center, center. Okay, let's lock that back down. For anyone who hasn't played this game before, I don't have a lot of time in it, but it's very interesting. Oh, Wisebot might have even updated the category for me. Or it's just posting things. I only set that up today, so I haven't had a lot of time to go through all of the settings for it. But it has a free version and a paid version. I first saw it in Handsome Jesse's stream the other day when he got follow botted, and it just like wiped everyone out and then switched into follow only mode and sub. I think it switched into sub only mode and stuff, so it was just like 0 effort on his part, just watching the bots like fight each other. No. For anyone who hasn't played Noita before, I think that's how it said, Noita. It's basically a game where you're a wizard, you go around picking up things, but the whole environment is destructible, and the spells and things that you find are ridiculous. So, right now, I have a basic wand that can cast, like, every 0.25 seconds, and I have another one that casts bombs. It can only cast 3 bombs, though, whereas this one is unlimited. As you go through the game, as I mentioned, all the environment is destructible, but not all of it is destructible by every item. So you can see here I'm slowly shooting at the wood and I'm burning it away. If I shoot at rock though, it's much harder to get through. Certain things I just won't be able to kill whatsoever with this weapon. Certain things will catch on fire or burn me or drown me. So here's an example. I am now actually covered with a little bit of oil. You can see up here, it shows I've got 10% oil on me. If I go into that fire, I am going to catch on fire. If I go into the water, I'm fine. Pick up a potion. This is coal, so anything you mouse over, it tells you like what it's made of up here. And as you play through the game, you get some absolutely cursed items. So for example, one time I received a wand that fired like these buzzsaw blades, but when they were finished bouncing around, the buzzsaw blades would explode. I very quickly killed myself. Just fell in a giant bundle of oil, which is not ideal if I don't want to set myself on fire. Another potion. Oh yeah, there you go. So you can see the wood's burning as well. If the wood burns before all the oil does, that oil will just spill out and cover everywhere else, which is sometimes what you want. So, you might get a power-up or something that makes you immune to fire. I got one the other day that turned into like a weird spider, so I didn't need to fly around anymore. Because up here is levitation energy that I have. Oh god, there you go. So the oil is now overflowed and has set the coal on fire. You can even get covered in blood and stuff, so I'm assuming there's some vampiric auras and other things I just happen to see. There's a lot of explosions going on here. Yeah, these guys are just killing each other. So yeah, basically the whole thing about this game is that every pixel is essentially destructible, blow-upable, or can put you out, or it's acid, or like that stuff down below. Fire. It'd be very good if I could find something to put my fire out. I will eventually go out. Yeah, there's some water there. Oh, sorry, I will adjust that. Thank you for letting me know. Let's pull this down. How's that now? I'll just go over to somewhere where there's going to be some more explosions. We all good now? I can drop it a little bit lower. I would generally prefer the game and stuff to be a little bit lower than me. Fuck, that was not expected. Just something is leaking like acid up into this area, and it's like floating, but it's also melting everything. Some sort of... Oh, it's not acid, it's like a gas or something. Anyway. Okay. Found the portal. I'm safe for now. This is how you get to the next level. So, that was convenient. I got a full health increase and an upgrade. Any of my spells, my wands and stuff have been refreshed. And I can then use the gold that I've acquired to buy something. Ooh, what's this one? 0 charges in it. That's worthless. Over here, I can look at healthy exploration. Every time you visit a new area, you regain 60 health. E to pick up critical hit, you get more critical hits, or E to pick up tinker with wands everywhere. A divine blessing allows you to tinker with wands everywhere. What's up here? Not enough gold to purchase perk reroll. So these are the perks. I'm definitely going to tinker with wands everywhere. This is going to fall down in a moment, so I'm going to get out of here. Whee! Oh yeah, 100%. There you go, there's my bomb one. Get out of it. I've immediately made everything much worse. There's a lot of shaking going on here, so I'm worried that like there's some big explosion going on nearby that is either a boss guy or some like chain reaction that's happening badly. Huh. What's this? Oh, it's like slime. Okay, that guy's dead. See, even the smoke and stuff, like if you get up here in the smoke, you can't breathe. So you have to get out of it after a little while. Same as being in water and stuff. I'm currently 17% slimy and 5% covered in blood. What does tinkering give me? Oh, I can put items in other... I can switch them out of one wand into another. I have not unlocked that before, so... Ah. Okay. Curious to know what the slime does. It makes moving around more difficult. Oops. Chuck a bomb down there just in case. We got blood potion. What does this do? Whip and throw, mouse and right on item and drink. Get out of it. Yeah, so that's toxic sludge. I'm not super keen on hanging out in that. I'm so slimy right now. It's just covered in mucus. Oh god, and now I'm on fire. Oh god, everything down here is on fire. Oh, well, I guess I'm going into the toxic sludge. Whew. That was close. Oh god, I'm still dying. Hey, I'm alive again, but I'm still covered in toxic sludge. Can I wash myself off? Ah, good, I can. Whew. That was lucky. Oh, and I still didn't barely collect any gold. What options have I got this time? No more knockback. Oil blood. You bleed flammable oil, but are immune to fire. That actually sounds like a very good one. Let's do it. Because I keep getting set on fire. Oh, of course, this one's like a snow biome. Oh no. I just accidentally shot that potion, and whatever was in there is now leaking out. Also, who is shooting me with lasers from over here? It's very not nice. Guys are not fun. Oh yeah, shoot your friend. Oh, what? I just gooped on me. Literally just a bunch of snot. Oil blood. Whoever that guy is, their gun is doing a lot. Yeah, I've just given you all these ideas. You're like, I want to do everything. Where did that person go? What? Oh god, it's not great for me. Hey, look, I'm immune to fire now. Forgot about that. Is there anything in here? I thought that was a chest I'd supposed to be getting something. Oh. What is this dude doing? It's like he's throwing a potion, but whatever potion he's throwing is like hitting the stuff around him. Hey, come back here. I want to shoot you. You've got a lot of gold inside you. Oh god, there's a lot of people here. Hey, that's not fun. Ah. What if I do this? Because now I'm immune to fire. Oh, never mind. I'm dead. So the idea of this is you start at the same place every time, but you find the environment is like not procedurally generated. The things that you pick up are randomized. So it's like a roguelike sort of thing. Roguelike RPG shooter, I guess. Oh, the counter for people redeeming first. Yes, it is done via Streamer.bot. So inside of Streamer.bot, you can store variables against the users that come to visit as well. So that's how like the Georgie and Daisy counter redeems and stuff are done. It's like, hey, you've claimed first and you've claimed it 20 times. Or hey, you've given Daisy 30 pats. So there's a whole section in there where you can store variables. Yes, I've unlocked a bunch of new things. We'll just come to visit, but he wants to be like right in front of everything that's going on here. What did I get this time? I got a energy sphere and a firebolt. You notice these ones don't fire as straight. They're on an angle. They've got some weight to them. How is there 3 of those guys there? That seems rude. It's just gold? Can I break it? I want all that gold. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. The problem is in the mines, like, I can't break through the rock here. Whereas if I get like a laser or something, I can cut it open and then pick up the gold. Of which there is itself all over the place. What if this beam will actually set things on fire? Oh god, I'm on fire. Oh, everything's on fire. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Where is some water or some blood? Actually, I should have just jumped in this guy's blood. There we go. Just roll around in it. Oh god. That was a mistake. So the things with skulls on them explode. Part about these bouncing though is I can shoot them around corners. Well, you see how good / not good at this game I am. What are you talking about? It's only it was only 2:30, so, and it's not even midnight yet. Oh god, 2 of the ones that they've given me cast buzzsaws. What Yeah, see, that is super dangerous. Just immediately nearly killed myself. Stern glares. Does Josh just like lean in? He's like, "What you doing, bud?" that is too late, Crafty. Well, that's alright. This was just supposed to be my test stream, so maybe I should get an early bed as well. Actually do lots of work tomorrow, because I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, so... Also, George is aggressively trying to tell me that he wants attention by trying to sit on my keyboard. Hey, bud? Anyway, so I think I will call it there. It's been 2 hours, which I think is good for my first, like, hey, let's talk to people messaging with my voice and your messaging for 2 hours. Working late because you're a swimmer. You said you were wrapping it up 2 hours ago. Yeah, to be fair, that's me every time I crafty streaming. I'm like, I need to go to bed because I got something to do in the morning. No, I got the Sabrina Carpenter reference. I just missed the swimming part. Yeah, but all the time, like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. And it's then 2:30 or 3 a.m. I was like, oh man, I have to be awake in like 4 hours. This is ridiculous. Right. I'm gonna do this because Fruity is so nice to drop by and say hi. Where is the text? I need to have a, oh, actually, that's another one I'll add to the list. I'll add a command that I can do in chat where it immediately puts the contents of my message to into a text field. Text banner. That way, I can also give you mod guys access to it as well. So, that would be fun. You'd never misuse that, right? Anyway, let's also see how the raid stuff works. Because I've not done any of that in here yet either. So I still have a bunch of stuff to add in, but I'll try and do more of it on stream so people see how everything works. Is that like a secret message thing you use when I stream, but not secret on yours? Oh no, not like a so I have a box on Crafty Stream, so I can like send her like private messages about the stream or like asking, hey, do you want to shout out someone or whatever, without having to do it in chat, because obviously doing it in chat is like interrupting the flow of conversation and other things. So, but no, I was meaning something that I can actually put a command in Twitch chat and update the status of an item in the display. So our good friend Cactus Nax has one where whatever the current vibe or topic of conversation is, they'll have something funny to do with that down the bottom left of the stream. And in fact, I think he might be streaming now, so it would be lovely to raid out into him for my first stream, I think. Oh yeah, the secret text box is like, if Crafty misses something, I'll make it like flash at her, so it's like, hey, you missed that you got a raid, or you missed that someone subscribed, and because you were distracted you didn't hear the notification. So yeah, let's do Cactus. For those of you who haven't been there, I'm sure all of you probably have, because we've sort of raided him a few times. He's a very cool dude. He is Welsh and a voice actor, and he recently got a bit in a like a voice acting bit in a new game that came out. So, which is super exciting for him and really cool for us, like all the people that follow him and are part of his community to see. So, I'll talk to you, Teagley, about how we can do something like that.
Sometimes do not hear.
Oh, is it capturing what's in the Twitch window? Yeah, sorry, it was. I had a Chrome window up that was then playing, so I need to work on moving all these around in Sonar. Let's see. If I pull up Cactus's thing, you should hear it for a moment. And then I can drag this over to another place where you won't hear it. Okay, just confirming you can't hear anything from another stream now. Because I've got like 3 different browsers here, I quite often use Edge for viewing Twitch streams because I find that when I'm watching 2 or 3 streams at once in Chrome, it doesn't like it and it likes to crash. The actual... It is me, IRL. I'm literally across the room from you. So anyway, I'm gonna read out for now. Thank you to everyone who came back after my accidental start stream thing earlier, and still hung around and talked with me and gave me some ideas for things to continue to do. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Let's see how I do this. I wonder if I can actually do this within the raid channel. Yeah, I can. I can use a... I'm actually looking at all the chat in the Streamer.bot chat window because eventually when I can multi-stream to other platforms, I'll want to aggregate all the chat somewhere I can see it. It's against terms of service to show all the chat in one place. So Twitch doesn't like you pulling in chats from other streams and showing them on screen and stuff. But you can definitely view the chats from all of them in one place. So anyway, I'm going to go to my ending screen and I'm going to raid into Cactus. And let me know if the sound and everything works in the ending stream as well, because that is something that I've only just put together before I started stream now.